What? Why are you shaking your head?
You're welcome.
Welcome, one and all. It's the Week 10 final points, start, sit decisions being answered with the legend, the man himself, the guru, John Hansen. I, of course, am Thomas Tipple from behind the glass today in emergency spot duty, here to help you guys with the toughest Week 10 decisions. We have an interesting slate. We've got questionable and possibly out players all over the map, but have no fear. The guru is here and we are ready to kick it off. Now, if you missed the subscriber only start sit, you need to be in the Fantasy Points Discord, which you can get access at fantasypoints.com. And if you're watching and haven't already, hitting the like, subscribe, share it with your friends helps us more than you know. But Guru, I know we've been at it already for a little bit. This game is boring us to death. Let's tap into some of these questions. We have got TX Breeder 83 with a $5 super chat, which you can do if you are in a hurry and need your questions answered ASAP. We have a 0.5 PPR Superflex Drake May, or take the flyer on JMO at the Superflex today. I love these types of questions. He says he needs some upside as the guy I'm playing this week started Burrow on Thursday.
Well, JMO is, he's not gaining a lot of targets. So if he pops, it will probably look like 3 catches for 98 and a tutty, or 2 for 110 and a tutty. So that said, I'm going to go with the quarterback.
Right. And it's 0.5 PPR as well, which you may think may not be a big difference. When you're someone like JMO, every single one of those catches need to be maximized. I'm playing the quarterback with the rushing upside. I'm taking Drake May here, but I love this question. I love people willing to put a wide receiver in the Superflex. Superflex is not 2 quarterback. I love that.
I am in one where I literally only have this guy, Daniel Jones.
Oof.
I'm actually 5-4 in this league, if you can believe it.
Wow. Hey, that's Guru draft guide right there.
Well, no, this is a super flex that I drafted a couple of years ago, FFPC. I got auto drafted McCaffrey in round 2 a couple of years ago. That's how bad it is. But yeah, somehow I'm freaking 5-4 with just Daniel Jones. That's a shitty QB2 in a super flex. I just have one, and he's just one. And I'm sitting there but for spite, turning down trade offers left and right. But anywho.
We had this one up before the last super chat, or the newest super chat. We're gonna get this one. Lord Teat says, "Sup guys, with Mac Jones starting today, Ingram or Hawkinson in a 0.5 PPR." He says Taysom Hill is also available on the waiver. Taysom Hill's my pick. What say you?
Oh, I can't do it. I have no insight on Taysom Hill. That's my kryptonite. So good luck. I'm gonna go Ingram, actually, believe it or not.
Okay.
I noticed his prop number is just where it was last week. Literally, I don't think there's a huge drop-off from freaking Trevor Lawrence to Mac Jones. Think about Mac Jones, rookie year Mac Jones. He was pretty good.
Yep, it is true. Ingram is a really good call here. Just something about Taysom. They have no one else. Give him a goal line touch. I don't know. Maybe I have a problem. Maybe I'm obsessed.
Hey, you would have been a good call last week. That's for sure. I need something to hang my hat on with anything. I got nothing.
Right.
Other than, he may score.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You're right. OG Bobby with the 5 in the super chat. Morning playmen. Okay. I need to hit on some guys, D-Hop or Juwan Jennings. And then he has an Ingram or Pitts as a secondary here.
Yeah, I guess I'm all in on D-Hop not doing it. And here's Danny Dimes getting me 6 points. Because he stinks, but he just got me 8.6 points with his legs. So I've seen worse. Yeah, I'm out on D Hop. I'm gonna go Jennings, believe it or not. Believe it or not.
Okay.
And
That makes me really
man.
worried with how much D Hop I'm playing. You being this out on him, I am now getting concerned, Guru. I say it on Wednesday all the time. You're
I did like him last week. I was feeling it last week, by the way.
that's what makes me concerned.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I think I'm going Ingram over Pitts.
Okay, see
I mean,
that one.
Pitts' freaking target share
I
is
know
13. That stinks.
the vertical breaking routes against single high for him. I'm hoping that he has one of those 2 for 55 and scores here.
Yeah, it's a
for
better
me.
schematic matchup. Yeah, it
Right.
is.
So that's what I'm hoping. But again, there's always that concern that that game is over very quickly. So it is tough. I'm going to play Pitts because I'm a sucker. I like the punishment of playing Kyle Pitts in my lineup every single week. I don't know. Maybe it's
Yeah,
just
I
me.
mean, I can sign off on that one for sure. I mean, that's a coin flip.
What's up next here? I think we have Jim P. See what happens with Tyreek or throw in Dalton Kincaid with Cooper and Coleman both out this week.
I mean, I like Kincaid. You know, like if 11.9 points is going to make you happy, I think he'll get there with those injuries and a good matchup, by the way. But I do like Tyreek. By the way, even though this isn't a subscriber, I've been hitting on these Thursday and Monday night specials like majorly. Like I'm like if you bet 100 on the last 4, you're up like $1,300. Like that's ridiculous. I was all in on Tyreek. I think it's over 110. It's like plus 285.
Wow.
Like, I think that thing was taken off. But just yeah, I was feeling good about Tyreek, but I see this is a risk question. I don't know what to, like I don't know what your risk tolerance is. If you want the steady 10 to 12 points, it's Kincaid. But I do think Tyreek will play, and I do think he'll probably score more than Kincaid. But again, it's risky.
Without knowing if it's PPR or if there's a tight end premium attached to this, it could be very difficult to really say. But if it's not tight end premium, chances are I'm not worrying about a tight end that isn't one of the elite 4 or 5 anyway, and
True.
Kincaid is just not that because the tight end premium matters so much. I'm just playing Tyreek Hill, and I'm gonna ride into the sunset if it happens to be a 0. If it's not tight end premium, I'm not even thinking Kincaid.
By the way, there's 2 options if you hold off on Tyreek and he ends up being inactive, which I don't think will happen. Number 1 would be the rookie, who looks like Tyreek, by the way. Malik Washington, like he kind of looks like Tyreek, right?
Yeah, looks great.
Or a guy by the name Odell Beckham Jr. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but he's still in the National Football League. I mean, that's not a bad option. I'm going to go Tyreek there, actually, knowing that at least you probably have OBJ. Like, how many leagues is OBJ rostered in there?
Got to be at least like 30%. So you probably have him available around 70% of leagues. I'll be honest, it's been a long time since I checked in on OBJ. What do we got next? Steve K with the $4.99. Which combo is safest? Okay. And which has the most upside? Debo, Kincaid, Najee, Ladd, Kelsey, Brees, Ladd, Otten, Kamara, Bijan. C is both the safest and the most upside, in my opinion.
Okay. I mean, I like Debo, I like Kincaid, and I like Najee this week. I don't love Ladd, love Kelsey, and I like Brees a lot. Don't love Ladd, like Otten. Kamara in the passing game should do it. I don't know, 30, 40 yards receiving. I think his prop is at 40. Bijan schematically is actually not a amazing matchup, but he should get volume. I'm actually going to go with A.
He's going A.
I'm going A.
Najee. Okay, I can vibe with that. Willie Rosa with the $5. With the Summer of Love on buy, I'm rolling with Tua. Achan is my RB2, or maybe grab Stafford off of the wire. Are you playing Tua or Stafford?
I'm going Tua. I mean, I feel pretty good about it, Willie. Yeah, the summer of love. I don't know. It's been an up and down summer, I guess. Hopefully, the winter of love is where we're at, because last year, and it's been a disaster. I mean, he's been hurt or playing hurt in like 40% of his games at least. But from week 11 on last year, my man threw 16 touchdowns versus 1 pick. And by the way, that's been the big thing. I think he's been playing hurt, thus throwing picks because of that. Like, basically, I blame half of those picks on him out there playing hurt. Maybe a little less than half, but I blame some of them on that. So if he can clear it up, and he's a quick healer, like, he should be a rocket ship down the stretch. I've been saying this all year, and it has happened, but it just hasn't stuck. But we need you back, Love, and coming off that bye, you feel pretty good about it. Pretty good schedule, and let's look at what he did last year. He ended the season on fire.
Right. He's a touchdown machine. Right. So you got to go with it. Go Blues with a 199. PPR, JMO, Ridley, Dowdle for my flex.
I mean, not going to. Wow, I'm doing Dowdle. I'm going Dowdle. I mean, who the hell is catching the ball out of that backfield?
Yeah. Yeah, hard to deny that one. I'll play JMO because I like either the 0 or the 30 points. I think I'm addicted to that. I'm the fantasy football version of an adrenaline junkie, which is why Kyle Pitts is still on my rosters.
Hey, I hear you. He's the new Deshaun Jackson, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Is what JMO is.
Yeah, Andrew Scanlon with the 499. I'm stuck with Bigsby at RB this week. Is there a better backup RB with high potential? Need a Sean Tucker 2.0 or just stick with Bigsby? Going to be hard to find that option an hour and a bit outside of the games. So I think you're rolling Bigsby here. And they're going to lean on him.
Well, let's take a look just in case. And
keep in mind, with ETN being healthy, Bigsby was the route king last week in the backfield. So something to watch.
Yeah, well, we'll see if that actually happens again. I mean, ETN, like, wow. What a terrible. Oh, wow, the Giants are coming back here. They got the ball.
Well, Chuba Hubbard's knee just got caught up, so he might be. It could be a few weeks for Hubbard.
Oh, wow, I didn't see that. I'm looking. I've been scrolling. Well, Gus Edwards comes to mind. For what it's worth.
Vidal, definitely not the option people were hoping.
Nah. Let's see. I'm still looking. Mostert obviously is not avail. Cam Akers would probably be somewhat interesting if he has usurped. Ty Chandler as the top backup. Nothing in New Orleans. Braylon Allen, no. Warren, is Jalen Warren available? I would do that in a second, but probably not. Spears. Eckler.
Right.
B-Rob's out, right?
If you're looking for a Sean Tucker like Chris Rodriguez, that would be the guy that I'm looking at. He does get some run there, and you want to talk about wildly available. He is wildly available. That would be a guy. But again, that Sean Tucker thing was lightning in a bottle, and the chances of catching it. I'm riding Bigsby because he is lightning in a bottle. He is a 2-carry, can give you 15 guy.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't do any better than Bigsby, basically.
Agreed. Christian Garcia with the 199. Cousins or Mahomes. He has Bijan going and versus Pitts and London. So he needs some upside.
So
here.
you're going against Pitts and London.
Kind of mitigates your upside a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I think Mahomes will get 2 and like 240. I think Mahomes slightly outdoes Cousins. But do you want to C block it a little bit with Pitts and London by going Cousins?
Yeah.
Agreed. At the end of the day, let me see who I have higher. I'm going Mahomes. I have them, by the way, of course, neck and neck. But I would go Mahomes. I don't love it, but yeah, you know what? I'm going to change my mind there. When you have the two of the top three guys for Cousins, and it's that close, you know what? I'm actually going to go Cousins there.
All right. I like it. Do you know that Cousins is basically pacing his Minnesota Vikings statistics from last year? Kind of insane when you look at how he started. He is a tick better on fewer attempts and fewer completions. He's become big ball Cousins instead of check down Cousins. Pretty amazing. Justin with 199 says Stafford, Darnold, or Cousins. Speaking of,
I still like Darnold. I know that it's not the greatest matchup in terms of, like he may not have to throw it much. It's close though with Cousins. You know what? Let's go Cousins there. Let's go Cousins. I feel like he has a better chance of. I think Cousins is going to throw it more than Darnold. I think it'll be close, really close. But it's not like Cousins has a bad matchup too against New Orleans. I mean, they're down. Their two starting outside corners from a month ago are no longer there. That's really and Kool-Aid McKinstry is out and he was starting now. So like they're literally down three of their top 5 corners from a month ago.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Agreed. Trey says Chuba is back, which I'm so happy about. That looked brutal, but we've been blessed with good luck here. What do we have?
Hopefully we don't get overtime in this crap fest over here. Can you imagine? Let's get overtime. Open.
I can't do it. I can't do overtime here.
No.
Let's see. We had quite a few super chats, so I think at this point I'm gonna be looking for people who we have not really heard from yet. Jameson Jenkins says need one at wide receiver, PPR, Hopkins, Ridley, or JMO.
I'm gonna go JMO there. If you were to ask me, would you rather overtime to give your Malik Neighbors prop a chance or just end it?
I'd say end it.
And I hate losing. I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it.
He did get a carry inside the 5, so there you go.
And he got racked up, and he got probably bruised ribs on that one or something.
Brian Bush says, Guten Tag. 0.5 PPR, 0.5 for first down. Need one in the flex. Quentin Johnston, Hawkinson, or Warren. Danke Shay to you.
I'm going to go Warren. I mean,
Warren is a good play here. I like that call.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get his. There's a chance that DC makes it. I'm not going to say shootout, but there's a chance that DC makes it a game to where we're not just handing the ball off to Najee on every snap in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, I mean, Warren, I was in on Najee this summer and Warren. My contention all summer, all off season was like, they're able to support like 2 lower end RB2s, basically.
Yeah. Agreed. Mark needs 3 because he is so rich. He needs Puka, Cup, Debo, or Mooney in a PPR.
Ooh.
You are rich. You need a flex spot added. You are nuking the competition.
Do you have the balls to sit Cup for Mooney?
Here's the thing. I have the balls to sit Debo for Mooney.
Oh, wow.
I think it's Kittle. I think it's Kittle with Ayuk gone.
We want to put this down?
Or putting it down? Is this an official
Debo
put it down?
versus Kittle.
Debo versus Kittle. Write it down.
I feel another L coming your way, my friend.
I don't know. We were near 50-50 last week, Guru. I think you're getting a little.
All right.
We're writing that one's official. It's going in my book. They're right here, pen and paper.
Oh, Debo Kittle. Oh yeah.
Debo Kittle.
I'm gonna sit Cup. I know that sounds insane. I know it does.
I get it,
and I'm sorry. Well, I think I think Ramsey. He gets Ramsey. I think he gets more Ramsey. That's all. That's what it is.
That's fair. Oh, we have. I'm sorry, there, Trey. Go ahead. Go blue. PPR: Pierce, Gabe Davis, Parker Washington, or Mac Hollins. This is some skank lineup decisions.
Oh, that's bad. Alec Pierce, Gabe, Parker, Yeah, I'm going Parker. I mean, Parker has a role. He's their slot. Mac Jones is. I mean, Mac Jones can get him the ball. No, it's not. I mean, Mac Jones is better than Danny Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Daniel Jones, man. Christian
I drafted them both in this league, by the way. I drafted them both.
You have two quarterbacks now. Here you go. This is it.
No, I dropped Mac. I dropped his ass.
I was gonna say it's a new day for the guru. Two quarterbacks. We've got Pearsall or your favorite Taysom Hill.
I mean, at that point, I'd probably, I mean, because I don't know how to handicap Pearsall because we don't know his role. I would go Taysom. I'm okay with it.
All right. Kyle S says, good morning. Shout out to the Gamecocks. Pick one in PPR. Harrison Jr., Juwan Jennings, Quentin Johnson, or Ricky Pearsall.
What did the Gamecocks do that was I've actually dialed out of college football the last couple of weeks because I've been like,
it's just a profile picture. We want to shout out clearly a fan. So we'll shout him out for him. But he does need one.
I mean, there's a bunch of kids from my twins' graduating class in New Jersey, believe it or not, who are at South Carolina right now. A lot of these southern schools, man, they get a lot of these northeastern kids. But I've actually been to South Carolina. I did a tour. It looks cool. I mean, the football stadium is awesome. It's like right there, kind of, like that seems like a pretty good environment. I've actually never been to a college football game on game day, if you can believe that. Anyways, pick one, Harrison Jr. Well, we got to go Harrison Jr. I mean, we just got to try Marvin Harrison there because the other options are not good enough to merit consideration over the stud. So,
well, we've got from Steve K with the super chat again, Addison, Auten, Kamara versus Debo, Kincaid, Najee in a half-point PPR.
I kind of like these, actually.
We're kind of refining this question now. He's honing it in.
Oh, I'm all in on Debo, so I'm going to go with... I like Addison, though. I definitely like Addison. But, again, I like Addison to go over 39.5 yards. That's the prop. I mean,
he does look
get
good.
A lot of targets. But I do like him. I mean, it's a good schematic. Auten, I have a new phrase. I'm rolling... Until he does me rotten, I'm rolling with Auten. But anyways, I do like Debo, Kincaid, Najee. I really do.
I love it. Brian with the 199. I don't see you. Oh, here we go. Got to drop one for a kicker in a half-point PPR. Quentin Johnson, Bucky Leggett, Deontay. This is so easily Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
It's over.
What is his deal? Is he going to play?
Is
he going to catch anything or?
Graham Barfield and I went into detail about this as I was trying to talk him through his copium on Deontay Johnson. They're just going to use him in emergency Nelson Aguilar role. Like that's the fantasy community views Deontay Johnson as one thing, and the NFL has told us that they view him as something completely different, and the fantasy community has to accept that. He has been traded for next to nothing everywhere he's been traded from. He's just not the guy. And you get a guy that we've seen the blocking clip in Pittsburgh. You do that in Baltimore. Where do you think that's going to get you? You're on the practice squad, buddy. Get ready to learn NFL
good,
Europe.
though, man.
He's
it's
very
a problem.
good.
He's good. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's quite clearly Deontay. If you're cutting someone for a kicker right now, you can just drop the kicker and put him back up, pick him back up next week, I imagine. Taylor Thornton, the 199, pick two in a PPR, Devonta Smith, Nico Collins, Tony Pollard. I almost said Bernard Pollard. Oh my gosh. Or Juwan Jennings. I got to stop watching Ravens highlights.
Bernard Pollard. There's
a name for it.
Play? Was he a safety?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Yeah. Nico and Devontae.
Yeah, I agree here. Yeah, he was the Ravens safety that was known for headhunting. I was watching their 2012 Super Bowl run.
When did you become a Ravens fan?
1997. Yeah, when I was
Oh,
when I was,
okay.
as you would say, a wee lad. I was when I was a wee lad. I've been a Ravens fan through watching Elvis Gerbach and Vinny Testaverde, who has the first ever career touchdown for the Ravens. Conveniently enough, with their quarterback being Lamar, it was a rushing touchdown. Was the first ever touchdown scored by the Baltimore Ravens by the Italian legend Vinny Testaverde. Jason H.
You know who's a friend of mine, by the way? Brandon Stokely. Mr. Touchdown
there
in the
you
Super
go.
Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah. I was going to tell you too, the first time I ever got any recognition by someone of note in my entire life in terms of career, I did a Monday Night Football pregame show in New Jersey in the 90s, which started me on this. It was like Howard Stern meets Wayne's World, but sports. And Comcast Sportsnet launched. We were kind of established a little bit, I guess. And then Comcast Sportsnet launched in Philadelphia, and they had a Monday Night Football pregame show that was hosted by Ricky Waters. He was in the league. And the other person was Wilbert Montgomery. Ricky Waters was a star in the league. The other person that he did the show with was Wilbur Montgomery, and they said he ripped me. They're like, don't listen to that guru, whatever. And Wilbur, I didn't hear it live, but a number of people came to me and they called me like, Wilbur Montgomery said, "Oh, I love the guru," and I'm like, "What?" I was like, "What?" And because I love Wilbur Montgomery growing up, he was Wilbur Montgomery is the best running back that no one's ever heard of. Go look up Wilbur Montgomery highlights. He's awesome.
I'm going to be checking his Pro Football Reference page as soon as the games kick off. Jason
Awesome. He was the running backs coach for your Ravens, by the way. That was the tie in there for 5 years. Sorry.
There
From
we
08 through 08 through 2013, he was your running backs coach.
Dang, we had a hell of a running game. Shout out Super Bowl champion Jason H. PPR, Hunter Henry, or the boring Zach Ertz?
I do like Zach Ertz. I do like Zach Ertz. Hunter Henry's got a little bit more upside. Let's see here. You know what? I'm going Ertz there. Going Ertz.
Okay, I can vibe with that.
They give up production. They give up the third most receiving yards on throws, traveling 10 yards or fewer down the field. They run single high. He's pretty good against that. They give up the 13th most receptions to games. I saw Ben Sinnott out there, but I'm not that worried about him just yet. No,
he's a future play. We have got Finesse, which is about as far into that name as I'm going to get before I butcher it, with the 499, a half point. Demarcus Robinson, who's been tearing it up. Pearsall, Pop Douglas, or Ray McLeod, who wears the worst number of receiver has ever worn.
Was it like 44 or something?
34.
34.
It's the only one worse than Sky Moore's 24.
Yeah, that damn 24, man. Can't go McLeod. I just can't. I'm going Robinson. I've got a blind spot on Robinson. I refuse to recognize him, but I finally did this week for once, and it looked good. Whatever the hell I can't remember. Well, let me pull it up.
He did
real
score,
quick.
but the other guys are back, which is the other side of that.
You're talking about like Puka and Cuppy.
And fully back. We're not getting tricked with fake Puka Nacua usage.
He does seem to have, based on alignment, a good matchup against that Cam Smith. Mac Hollins got him. I'm going to go Robinson. I don't love it, but I'm going to go Robinson.
Hey, I like it. The last boys, Plumbing with the super chat, full PPR pick 2, Hopkins, Downs, or Shakir. He has a second question here as well.
I'm going to sit Hopkins.
That's the theme. I'm so nervous about this. Second question, Pitts or Hawkinson? Thanks.
Yeah, I think I'll go Pitts still.
I want to see it from Hawkinson. I want to see it.
Yeah. Oliver outproduced him last week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And by the way, Josh Oliver, I liked him when he came out. I thought he was one of my top sleepers, deep sleepers. He was a good athlete, former hoops player and all that. He's not bad.
Yeah, he was a great blocker in Baltimore, that Josh Oliver. Need one PPR, Harrison Jr., Dowdle, Pearsall, JMO. I think we had a question similar to this.
You know what I hate is the phenomenon at tight end where these guys come in as receiving threats, but they end up becoming so good at blocking that they are now freaking glorified right tackles.
Yep.
That has happened over the years. Need one. Harrison Jr., Donald, Pearsall, JMO. I'm still going Harris. No. I'm going Dowdle. No.
Okay,
I'm going
quick
Dowdle.
little pivot there, but
Dowdle,
there
look
you
what
have
Dowdle
it.
did last week.
I know.
Look what he did last
Yep.
week. He had
We're gonna
what was
see if
it,
he
like
can really
five?
ball.
He had five catches, didn't he?
Yeah, and one of them he was on his back when he did it. Very impressive. We're gonna see if he can ball. They're gonna stack the box with Cooper Rush probably. We're gonna see how good Dowdle can ball.
He's got 12 targets and 10 grabs in his last two. I mean, that's significant. It's not like Cooper Rush can't get him the ball in a check down environment. I think he certainly can.
Agreed. What do we got next here? Trey, is there a super chat? Or I can go back. We'll go with Jason here first. Good morning. Ferguson or Komet in a 0.5 PPR and a 0.5 first down per catch. Talk about
in Back to the Future. You know, in Back to the Future, where there's that picture of Marty McFly, where as the movie progresses, he's disappearing and doesn't exist. That's Cole Kmet right now. He's disappeared. He's not even. He's like Bigfoot. I question his existence based on his production the last 2 weeks. So we're going Ferguson there.
They're going to do the offensive player cards when they start saying their name, and his picture is going to be fuzzy.
Maybe Cole Kmet has been signed by the Toronto Blue Jays or the Chicago Cubs because that swing, his mechanics are beautiful on that.
We might need him in Toronto.
When he scores.
Yeah. We might need him. Chris Piro has 2 questions here. Downs or Jennings?
Is this a catch? No, it's not. Oh, man, sorry. That Neighbors thing. I'm like, he may have just hit the prop. No, he didn't. We're going Downs.
We're going to go Downs. And he has Mooney or Moore?
Mooney.
All right. I love that. We're going to rapid fire some of these off. James Conner or Josh Downs?
I mean, I like Connor. I'm going to go Connor.
Bill says need 2. Kareem, Ramondre, or Najee. Thank you.
Oh, man. I mean, you got to go Najee. I like Ramondre though. I really do. But I'm going to I mean, this is a little ballsy, Scott, and I apologize if I'm wrong, but you want my for real answer? I'm going to sit Kareem Hunt there.
Okay, interesting. Scott needs to know, is it Moore or Pollard today?
Can we go with neither? I guess I still I still default to the running back. I mean, I like if you needed upside, DJ Moore I believe has more upside. But who is the better bet to get you 9.7 points? It's Pollard for sure.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. PPR, Hawk or Ingram? We got a lot of the Ingram questions today.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of bad data on Ingram, but ultimately I see his prop is just where it was last week, which I understand. Like, he's going to get the ball from Mac Jones this week. He's killing me the last 2 weeks, by the way. But he hasn't been worthless by any stretch. 2 weeks ago he scored. So yeah, I'm going to go with Ingram.
Okay, Aaron Tilley needs to know Pickens or Shakir.
Oh, PPR. I'm going to go Shakir. I mean,
Agreed.
Shakir's catching like 6 balls.
Also, talk about good swing form. I mean, Cole Kmet may need to learn from Aaron Tilley here, given that profile picture. Justin has Stafford, Darnold, or Cousins.
I like Darnold and Cousins about the same. I can sign off on Darnold having a little bit more pop because it is a very good matchup. You know, the single high, the man, the lack of the pass rush, like it's pretty good for Darnold.
Can agree with that. Jaden Joseph needs to know Full point PPR, Hunter Eckler.
Oh, there. I do like Eckler in PPR for obvious reasons, but I got to go Hunt there.
Agreed. We agree there. John needs to know Russ or Caleb.
Oh,
I know. It feels dirty. It feels gross a little bit.
oh, of course I've got him with the exact same points, exact same freaking thing. Just so people know, my rankings on the site, they're just a reference. They're not official projections or anything, but I do a rough projection to come up with a projected fantasy point total, which we're not showing it, but we should. But just FYI, 16.7 points is where I'm at with it. I'm going to go Russ because this could be a little bit more of a shootout, obviously. I don't know if DC is going to give him a game, but they certainly might. And, yeah, I think I trust Russ more than Caleb.
Agreed. Sorry, I'm just trying to read one of these next ones here. William Slack, non-PPR, Marvin Harrison, DJ Moore, Brian Thomas. Had to get us to a good spot here.
That's nasty, man. This is a tough one here. This is about brutal. Bop. I think I'll go, when in doubt, look at the quarterback. Who do you trust more? Believe it or not, I trust Kyler more. Marvin Harrison. Final answer.
Well, if you trust Kyler more, Josh needs to know Kyler or Baker. I know it's the test.
Once again, I have them neck and neck. I'm gonna go Kyler because I believe he'll run. So again, can you throw for 290/1? Because if you can, then I believe you'll get me 4 to 5 points with your legs, and now we're dealing with decent totals here.
Oh my, did I hear you say Warren? Warren for flex. He's available. Yeah, we are on Warren.
I mean, I don't love him per se for this game, but I mean, the matchup, DC. Here's why I like Najee if you didn't have time to read Hansen since, which you should because it only takes me 37 hours to do. 62%, 66% of Najee's rush attempts have come on zone concepts, and DC allows the second highest on those concepts, basically. I'm sure Warren runs a lot of that too. So, I mean, it is a good matchup.
Oh, 100%. Raul Newman says ETN or Ray Davis.
I mean, you really do need to go ETN there. I mean, Ray Davis scored last week with the big play, but look at the snaps. I mean, like, they're not really playing him all that much. I thought Ray would carve out 40% of the backfield. That was my contention all offseason. Hasn't happened, not even close. Not that Ray hasn't, to my point, proven to be very good, but it's still not happening.
Right. Well, seeing as how we mentioned Warren, she needs to know Addison or Warren available, which one in the flex spot?
I'm going to go Addison there. I mean, it's a little risky because he's a little boomer bust, but it is a very, very, very good matchup. I do like him quite a bit. They give up the most schedule adjusted points to outside receivers, the most receiving yards to outside receivers. They run 2 high looks at least 50% of the time, 4th most the last 6 weeks, and Addison crushes that. He gets a 56% boost to his yards per route run. They also play man a lot, and he sees a small bump against man. So there's literally every data point shows Addison looks good here. And he'll see Monteric Brown quite a bit too. Looks like we got a little overtime in the game. So this Malik Neighbors prop may actually hit. It may probably not though. It won't hit. Here's my bold prediction. He is like 20 whatever yards away. It's not happening. He's not going to do it just because I have bad luck. And every time I back this guy now, this is 2 weeks in a row, he's going to have like 22 targets and still not do it.
Yeah. Kind of insane. Jameson Williams or Keenan Allen in a full point PPR?
Who's Keenan Allen? Oh, never mind. I remember that. I remember him now. I gotta go JMO.
Yeah, hard not to in that one. Star Destroyer has a JMO question. A lot of JMO questions. Waddle or JMO? To me, this feels like the Spider-Man meme. What say you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go JMO.
I like that a lot. Peace says PPR, Tyreek or Brian Thomas Jr.?
Tyreek. I know he's got a wrist injury. Make sure you have something that you can do on Monday evening, like pick up Odell or Malik Washington. Did you see Malik Washington this preseason, though? He really did look like Tyreek to me.
John, he was a dynasty points favorite in terms of late round rookie draft picks. I am waiting for him to get an opportunity.
You're right.
Waiting.
I mean, this is what we should be doing. Yeah, this is what we should be doing on like Hump Day with Hansen. By the way, like, all right, it's week 14. There's one more week left. Blah blah blah. Like, who are the guys that no one's talking about right now that we could be talking about next year or even as soon as like this summer? Malik Washington's maybe not this week, but yeah, that's a good example of a guy like no one is talking about him at all, but he's just sitting there, and in 2 years he could be a stud.
It's not going to take much. Not going to take much at all. Winding it down because we do have some lineups to set ourselves. Sorry, I'm still trying to keep up with everyone in the chat at the same time. Tyreek,
he's a Georgia guy. I see. Malik Washington, a Georgia guy. Need to. Again, we don't want to be irresponsible telling you to start someone who is not guaranteed to play. So you got to know that going in. I would risk it, and I would go Shakir and Hill.
Right. It's something I have to tell the Fantasy Points subscribers in our Discord, which if you're not in the Discord, you should be. You can access it at fantasypoints.com. A free subscription does get you in, but if you want the real good stuff, obviously the tiered subscriptions are what you need. And you can use promo code YouTube25 to get 25% off the already discounted subscriptions. You should be doing that now. I tell them all the time, Guru, that I am the type of player that it'll take a 0 if it means I could potentially get a 30. So I always have to mention that when it comes to decisions like this, when people ask, because I am a sucker for that 0 and that 30. We have
no brisket, no biscuit.
Exactly. Half point PPR, Moore, Harrison, or Dowdle. Another one.
Damn it.
In a half point, though. This is not full, so this changes it for me a little bit. This makes me want Dowdle more.
Yeah, I'm going Dowdle. He's getting 15 touches. DJ Moore may catch 2 balls for 12, and Harrison 1 for 6. Won't be that bad, but Dowdle is getting 50 yards, or at least 7 points. I don't know about the others.
Yeah, agreed. Brian says,
you can't even like
appreciate you.
One thing now is like there are way too many guys like you're like, oh well, he'll at least get 40 yards, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, he won't. Won't. Like like we're just not getting a lot of yards. I went back and I looked at it was like a month ago, but I went back and I'm like, wow, just basically this year there's like only like 3 to 5 quarterbacks every week who throw for over 300. It's like 3 or 4, maybe one week it's 5, but the next week it's 2. I'm like, all right, well, let me go back to like, I don't know, 2017. And it was like 9. It was like, way more. It was like 3 times as many quarterbacks in a random week in 2017 threw for over 300 than do now. Here's a random week that I just pulled up. 2017 week 3. How many threw for 300? 10.
Oh my God.
How many did it in week 3 of this year? Let's take a look. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be
0?
either 3 or 4. Week 3. Let's take a look. All right, 5.
Okay.
But still,
okay.
5. But still half.
What a difference.
It's still half.
An incredible difference. We appreciate you. Yeah, we do appreciate the super chat. We did manage to get your question. So we do appreciate it. We did get that one taken care of. T Hood says, sorry for the jargon. Copy my question from the Discord. Look, Hood, if we missed it, you can DM me. I will leave my DMs open today for people. I don't know if it'll still help you now, but my DMs will be open. I'll do my best to stick around. We did have some technical issues, so people are not as available as they would normally be. Unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do about that. We just do our best to carry through and carry on for everyone. Guru, I want to do this last one.
I'm going to go to Vince. Vince, just go with the Vikings. Go with the Vikings.
For the Survivor. Yeah. This is the one I was going to end us on today because I feel like that is just a fun question to go out on. Go with the Vikings for Survivor. But those Chargers, they're playing some mean football right now. We also, the Giants are gianting in overtime, and they turned it over. So there you go. Panthers need a field goal for the win. There it is.
I told you it wasn't going to hit. I told you. like that's a lock. Like they're not. Overtime have a chance. No, you don't.
No,
you can play 7 quarters. You can play 8 quarters. Not getting it.
This might be the obscure reference, but this is the South Park. They go to the bank to deposit some money, and it's gone meme. That's what this overtime feels like here this week. Well, Guru, we have been at it for roughly an hour and a half today. Appreciate the time. If you're wondering, well, where's the other half? Again, we do a subscriber only portion of this, which you can only get the link in the Fantasy Points Discord with a standard subscription, which again, you can use YouTube 25, get 25% off an already discounted subscription. With that being said, this is week 10, truly insane week. Go and get your touchdowns when you can. Have a feeling it'll be a bit of a low scoring. Please let us get a fully healthy Nico Collins and Tyreek Hill back. Our rosters are screaming for it. Enjoy Christian McCaffrey Day today, everybody. This is week 10 final points for John Hansen. I'm Tommy T-Bone. We'll see you guys next week.
What? Why are you shaking your head?
You're welcome.